Welcome one and all to Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 457. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here as always, with my suspenders set to maximum stun. Got a great show for you today. We are going to have a blast. We are returning to Bioshock, which we had to abandon last week. Well, we didn't have to abandon it last week, but I chose to because I didn't want to leave any of you behind. So, if you didn't know, last week I missed my show. Well, I didn't miss it, I rescheduled it. So I was feeling horribly sick. It was just, I won't get into the graphic details, but trust me, they were graphic. To every detail was graphic. But I won't get into those. Instead, I'll say that I was horribly sick. I thought I was going to be able to make the show and do it anyway, just grit my teeth and get through it. Unfortunately, that did not happen. And it came around about 7 o'clock when I was supposed to go on the air, and I just couldn't do it. I was in bed. I couldn't get out of bed. Hold on. Sound check. Unfortunately, that did not happen. All right, sound check is good. So I was horribly sick. And so I canceled the show. I went on to Twitter and I said I had to cancel it. But I didn't want to do nothing for last week, so I had a surprise show on Sunday. That's the replay that you can see on my channel, episode 456. So I did do something, but I didn't want my regular viewers who come every week to Scotch and Smoke Rings to miss our progress on Bioshock. I didn't want you to miss something, so instead we played Metro. There are a few side missions to Metro Last Light that I hadn't played yet, and those were a lot of fun. We did a few of those last Sunday. So today we're going to pick back up with Bioshock, right where we left off. By the way, we're really close to a milestone. I'm at 28 sponsors on YouTube, which is awesome. Thank you all so much for sponsoring. When I get to 30, I can upload one more emoji. Which I know it's silly. That's the gating thing that they're doing, right? Like, the more sponsors I get on YouTube, the more emojis I can upload. Hey, Mr. Real Madrid Bernabeu is using some of those emojis. Great to have you on the program. Sponsors get a little derby by their name, and they get special ox emojis. I'll use a few in the chat just to show you off. Here, I'll do all I can. I'm only allowed 9 right now. There. Those are all my ox emojis. Once I get to 30 sponsors, I'll be able to open up one more, and then I'll have 10 emojis. That's not the limit, though. I don't even know the limit. YouTube is all about emojis. They really think it's going to get people to subscribe, because I think if I get another 15 subscribers, I can unlock one more emoji, guys. And I'll go back to my artist and have them do some more. Hey, Bob! Bob's using some of the Scotch and cigar emojis. Chaku. All right, hey, people are using the emojis in the show. That's great. Anyway, so I'll be refreshing the page every now and then, and if I get to that hallowed 30 mark, then I'll upload my next emoji. Something to do, right? Kimmery's got... Oh, you guys are really making good use of the emojis. I'm so pleased with how they turned out. I had to find an artist to make those for me, and I wanted to make sure that they worked both on dark and light backgrounds. We spent a lot of... It was harder than it sounds. We spent a lot of time trying different backgrounds to make sure that it would work. So it ended up turning out well. Aaron says, happy to see your 700,000, Ox. Thank you very much. We just crossed the 700,000 barrier. Hey, new sponsor. Thank you, Kane's Child. All right, so we're at 29. Let me refresh to see if YouTube registered it. Yep. We did it. We're at 29 sponsors. One more, and I can upload my 10th emoji, guys. Super sweet. But in bigger news, I'm sitting here talking about 30 sponsors. We just passed 700,000 subscribers. It was either today or yesterday, so that was pretty exciting. Well on our way. 300,000 more to go, and then I get a gold YouTube button. Never even thought I'd come close to getting there, but it's actually looking achievable now. Like a year ago, I never thought I would be this close, but we're within a stone's throw of 1 million subscribers. I'm as shocked as you. Don't ask me to explain it. I don't know why the channel is growing as well as it is, but you guys like what I do, and that's awesome. Thank you all so much. Got some great tips. Ebos says, finally made it to the stream. Love from Australia. Thank you, Ebos. Glad to have you on the program. Jay-Z with a tip says, hey, Ox, glad you're feeling better. Heads up on the Bathysphere 2-point Prometheus. On the Bathysphere 2-point Prometheus is the last one in the game if you wanted to pick up Mist Little Sisters in Fort Frolic in the Farmer's Market in Acadia. Can I go back? I didn't think I could go back at the point where I'm at. I should have gone back. Okay, well, now that I know that I can go back, I should have gone back offline because I don't want to make you guys watch me go through stuff I've already done. I'll try and do that. So thank you for the heads up. So before we get to Point Prometheus, the Bathysphere to Point Prometheus is the last one. So before we go there, I'll make sure to backtrack to get all the little sisters that I missed. He's giving me some Bioshock advice. If you've got Bioshock advice, I love it. I'm not an expert at Bioshock. This is my first time playing Bioshock, and I'm having a blast. It's such a great series. My son made fun of me today. This was the only clean mug large enough for my tea. I want a nice big extra large tea. And I grabbed it from the counter, and my son said, Daddy, that's Mommy's mug. I'm sorry. I'm like, well, you're right. Good job, son, you're right, but Daddy needs it. It's the only clean one, and I want my tea. But he was confused. He was confused. Did we get another sponsor? I think we did. Daniel, did you bring me up to 30? Hey, you did. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel brought me up to 30. Okay. So, does this mean I unlocked? I think this means I unlocked another custom emoji. Well, yep, I can upload one more emoji. All right, let's go upload. I already had 10 made. Let's see, what was the one that I didn't upload? I've got Emoji Ash. Okay, so I've got Oxhorn Pile, Oxhorn Big Smile, Emoji Cigar, Oxhorn Cigar, Emoji, I've got the Heart Eyes, the Tears, the Glass of Scotch, the Smoke Heart, the Shades. It's the Thumbs Up. I have not uploaded the Thumbs Up yet. So here we go. Let's go ahead and upload Thumbs Up. They want me to do it excited? No. Wait a minute. Did I do thumbs? Okay, I'm going to cancel this just to make sure. Cigars. Heart Eyes, Tears. Nope, I have not done Thumbs Up yet. All right. So let's grab the Thumbs Up and... Okay, now I have to make up a name for it. Oxhorn Thumbs. Oxhorn Thumbs. Save it. Your custom emoji is ready to use. Make sure you let your sponsors know. Okay, well, thanks to the 2 new sponsors in today's show, this should work. If you type Oxhorn... Oh, and you did it. Chaku did it. Oxhorn Thumbs and Bob did it. Hey, there we go. The thumbs the thumbs emoji is working. Perfect. Great. All right. Well, there you go. So we made it to 30 sponsors. Thank you. You more of you are welcome to sponsor if you want. I mean, you don't have to not just because we got... I don't know. When's the next one? 40? I got to get to 40 to unlock my next emoji? Oh, man. And then 50 to unlock 12 emojis? Gosh, these guys are ruthless. Well, we've got 10 emojis. We'll get the rest. So I need to figure out. You guys should give me suggestions on the next emojis that I should have made, because I've only got 10 done. Once we get to 40 sponsors, I'll have to get another emoji. Lots of super chat. Kimmery says, can you make a Rafflemouse shirt, please? I have an 8-year-old on the spectrum, and she would love it. Kimmery, I had a Rafflemouse shirt on my shop for years, literally, and I think it's still there. Let me check the shop. I think it's still there. The reason I don't know for sure is because I did get a message from Blizzard. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I did get a message from Blizzard saying that they were going to remove my Rafflemouse shirt. Strangely enough. But I don't know if they've done it yet. So I guess I'm saying if it's still there, get it now. Because I don't know. No. Nope, they removed it. They removed it. Okay, sorry about that. Well, I had a Rafflemouse shirt. If you want to see what my old Rafflemouse shirt looked like, here's a link. And I know it doesn't work. Maybe it does. I don't know. But there's the link to my old Rafflemouse shirt. And I got an email from Blizzard 2 days ago, actually, saying that they were going to remove it for copyright infringement. I don't know. I mean, check out the design. Do you think that that's... The funny thing about it is Teespring themselves made that design. It was one of the first shirts I had on my shop. I said, this was long before I made my Fallout channel. I've been with Teespring for a very long time. This was probably 3 years ago. I said, make me a shirt about Rafflemouse, which at that point was my most viewed movie. And so they did. And so this design has been on my shop for years. And they made it. I didn't even make it. And then Blizzard comes and takes it down. So, sorry about that. But I have lots of other shirts that are all copyright free. You can get as many of those as you want. Hey, new sponsor, Plarby. Hey, thanks for the sponsorship, Plarby. Simona says, you're a pretty cool guy. What the heck? Here's $5. Thank you. That will buy me a coffee, which I love coffee. I can't get through my morning without coffee. Coffee is the fuel behind my Fallout channel. TC Nicholson says, you literally saved my life, Oxhorn. You're an incredible human being. Wow. Thank you. I love everything about you. Can't thank you enough, man. Keep up the great work. You humble and flatter me. I hope you're right about me being a wonderful human being. I'll just say that. I hope you're right. I'll aspire to be. T-Tagree with a wonderful tip. Thank you, good sir. And new sponsor, Brett West. Wow, you guys, the sponsors are really rolling in. You guys are stepping up to the plate. Thank you very much. Fallout Retexture Project says, I'm glad you liked my mod. Save Oxhorn Scotch. I am Chaos 0321. Yeah, I tweeted it out. During my show on Sunday, one of the viewers clued me into the horrible realization that there's no Scotch in Fallout 4. I had no idea. But the thing was, I thought there was. The viewer said there's no Scotch in Fallout 4, and I said, oh, you liar, there is. Because I thought there was, but no, the viewer was right. And I Googled it, and I discovered that the viewer was right. There is no Scotch in Fallout 4. It's whiskey. So, Chaos, wonderfully, Chaos made me a bottle of Scotch. Now you can install his mod and you get a bottle of Scotch in your installation of Fallout 4. Giraffe Boy says NCR or Brotherhood of Steel. Well, I mean, it depends on the type, on which Brotherhood of Steel it is. East Coast Brotherhood of Steel after Lions? No. Midwestern Brotherhood of Steel? No. Well, really, okay. I would say Lions Brotherhood of Steel, if it still existed, which it doesn't. Or NCR. So, Lions Brotherhood of Steel first, then NCR. Although, if we were... I guess I have to say NCR. Because it's not like there are elected officials in the Brotherhood. And even if a tyranny is a benevolent one, it's still a tyranny. You will do this because it's good for you, and I know best. Yeah, I don't know. As flawed as the NCR is, as corrupt and bureaucratic as it is, more people have a voice than in any other faction. So, I guess I'll go with them. You are my hero. Thank you, says T. Tagree. Well, thank you very much. Oh, did I read that one already? And it'll flew off the screen. Okay, cigar. Yeah, I know. I'm getting distracted. Already 15 minutes into the program, and I haven't even lit my cigar yet. Well, today we are smoking a La Aurora y Leon Corojo. Got a nice guillotine cut on there. And I still haven't fixed my candle problem. If you came to the show on Sunday, you'll recall that I had to light my cigar with a candle because I'm out of lighter fluid from my Zippo, which I know that cigar purists hate my show. At least they hate watching my show because I do everything wrong. And I know I do everything wrong. You don't need to tell me to light my cigars with cedar matches. Just saying. Like every episode I upload to YouTube, there's one guy. There's always one guy who saw Hellboy 2 and says, you know, Oxhorn, you should really be lighting your cigars with cedar matches. There's always one. I know. I've been doing this show for 457 weeks. I know. But thank you. I don't have any cedar matches right now. And I'm out of lighter fluid, which I know I shouldn't use. I use it anyway. So instead, I'm going to be lighting my cigar with this candle scented to smell like cotton. Which, of course, means that my beautiful English-aged tobacco, my beautiful tobacco it's an English blend. It's nice. It's a Maduro, I think. It's going to taste like cotton. But it's smoke. And it's fire. You know, Oxhorn, if you don't use a cedar match, the taste of the fuel gets imparted into the cigar. I know, I do know. I do. I realize. I promise. I know. All right. Scotch. New bottle. Finished off my old bottle a couple weeks ago, so opened this one up last Sunday. Got a nice bottle of Glenmorangie Highland Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, the original. Fine bottle. Sorry. I know you're probably wondering this is what I can't react to things that go on in my mind while I'm live on camera because now I have to explain it, and it's something. All right. So, okay, I'll explain it to you. Look. On the label, I was just reading it. It caught my eye. It says, perfected by the 16 men of Tain, T-A-I-N, which must be a location in Scotland. I thought it said perfected by 16 men's taints. I had to do a double take. That's why I made that face. But then I read it again. I'm like, the 16 men of Tain, because T-A-I-N, that's a location. It's not their taints. Changing subjects. Okay, we've got a nice little glass of ice here. Also, here's another thing that people say. That they'll say, okay, Oxhorn, you shouldn't be drinking your scotch with ice because the water will melt and it'll dilute the flavor of the scotch and it weakens it. Look. All right, if you want to drink your scotch straight up, I get it. That's fine. More power to you. God bless you. I don't mind drinking scotch straight up. That's fine. No ice. That's great. But the point of ice and the reason that scotch was designed to be enjoyed with ice is because the process of ice melting is the chemical process that chills the scotch. That's why scotch stones don't work. The little soap stones that you put in the freezer to get really cold to put in your scotch, they don't work. They only make your drink a little bit chilled, and that's because they don't melt. They're made of stone. It's the melting of the ice that cools down the scotch. Also, when it comes to scotch, Every drop of Scotch is imbued with so much flavor that is lost unless you mix it with water. Hence, Scotch and water. Scotch and water has been enjoyed by people for generations. Sometimes they used carbonated water even, which would never be done today, but for a time, that was enjoyed. But the reason people drink Scotch with ice, even ice that melts, is because when water hits the Scotch, when the ice melts, it unlocks most of the floral flavor within the Scotch, making it taste better. You can actually taste the flavor of the Scotch as it was intended to be enjoyed, but only if you use ice. Cheers. Okay. Here we go. The $1 million sound. The first time is always disappointing. I don't know, it's not working today, but it's still liquid, and it's still alcoholic, and it's still Scotch. That's what I get for talking. I get on a topic I'm interested in. Doggone it. Let's try this again. There we go. Cheers to Scotch and Rocks. Pardon me, I saw a great comment. And by great, I mean it's cracking me up. Krysic says, I just love your voice, your beard. I'm not gay, but you're the perfect man. Hey, I'm not gay, but I could hear that more often. It's all right with me. That's great. That's great. My wife would be rolling her eyes if she heard that. What? Sorry, Paladin Ducky, I don't know what you mean. Elijah brings forward a blast from the past and says, hello, Oxhorn, I'll become a sponsor if you bring me, let's say, 90 big red snapper. Of course, a reference to an old video I did a long time ago. Good, fond memories. Scooby says, I have a question. If the factions of all of the Fallouts were real, and you had to complete control over one of the factions to do with as you please, good or evil, which one would you choose? Well, I don't believe in absolute control. I mean, I believe it exists. I know it's a reality. I'm not naive enough to think that there's no such thing as people who wield absolute control, autocracies, and the like. But I don't believe that they should be forms of government. Now, many will say, well, it's a post-apocalypse. This is what happens in a wasteland. But in every single Fallout game, we can point to groups who fight that. For example, I just published a video on the Followers of the Apocalypse today. They're a group that first appeared in Fallout 1. They were in Fallout New Vegas as well. It's a group that isn't powerful, but they fight for the betterment of mankind. They're trying to help those who need it. They don't believe in the same autocratic government philosophy that, say, House believes in. And then, of course, in Fallout 4, there are the Minutemen, who they're a completely different organization, but they have very similar beliefs. They believe that people should rule themselves instead of be ruled by other people. So the premise of the question, I wouldn't like that at all. Like, I wouldn't want complete control over any other faction. But if we rephrase that to say, well, which of the factions would I like to have a lot of influence with? Which one would I choose? Well, I mean, I think the answer to that is whichever one is most powerful in that location. If I had enough influence to guide it to become a representative democracy, then that's the one I would choose. Whether it's the Brotherhood or the Institute or whatever. But if we're just looking at the factions that exist as they are presented to us, in Fallout 4, of course, it's the Minutemen. I haven't decided in New Vegas. If you've been watching my series on New Vegas videos, you'll remember that I was really pro NCR at the very beginning. Now, I don't know. They're so... Somebody left a great comment on one of my videos. I believe it was on my video that I published recently about why House is bad for the Mojave. And it was really insightful. He said that he believed in the NCR until... Did I say this on my stream already? I don't think I did. But he said, I believed in the NCR until I talked with Chief Hanlon. Go to Camp Golf. Go to the roof of Camp Golf. You're going to find Chief Hanlon there. You'll sit down. If you want to have a conversation, you can sit down with Chief Hanlon and have a 45-minute conversation. I know. I've timed it. I recorded the entire thing for my video on Camp Forlorn Hope, I believe it was. Was it Forlorn Hope? Anyway, I recorded the entire conversation, and it is a fascinating conversation. It's one of the first places where we get the story of what happened to Joshua Graham. But he also said something really interesting. He said that Lake Mead was the very first lake he had ever seen in his life. This is an old man. He was the tactical genius who was responsible for the NCR's first victory at Hoover Dam. And by now he's an old and grizzled man. He's seen a lot, but Lake Mead was the first lake he had ever seen. And he explained it by saying, back in California, lakes don't exist because of the way that the NCR has managed resources. And you hear something like that and you're like, well, how can I sit here and say that the NCR is the best choice for the Mojave if, where they do have total control back in California, they do something like drain all the lakes to the point where no one knows what a lake is because they've never seen one. It's like, I don't know. That's the beauty of Fallout New Vegas, is there is no good choice. Every choice has its ups and has its major downs. But that's why we love it, right? Then I get talking and my cigar goes out. Hey, thanks for the new sponsorship, Jonathan. Mello says, "Hey Ox, I make homemade Nuka-Cola bottle caps, and I sell them on eBay. I even had add a hand-drawn message. If you could help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'd even send some if you like." You know what? I think that's great. I congratulate you on your creative enterprise, and I'm sure the viewers are probably going to go Google your Etsy shop if they're interested. So, more power to you. Miguel says, if the NCR and the Minutemen were to meet, would they start a war, or would they unite? Are they even compatible? If I'm honest, the NCR would try to annex them. So let's assume for the moment that the Minutemen does succeed in reestablishing the Commonwealth Provisional Government, a government where the settlements of the Commonwealth all meet together to discuss their common good, their shared common interest. These are farmers running their own affairs, farming their own land, sharing resources because they choose to. They choose to be part of the Minutemen, not because they have been forced to. These are people who are ruling themselves. I believe they would be open to the idea of negotiation and partnership with a group like the NCR. But if I'm honest, I don't think the NCR would be. If the NCR made it to the East Coast and they had the wherewithal and the organization and the arms necessary to take what they wanted, they would just take what the Minutemen had. They would just annex all of the settlements. The Minutemen would be no more. They would take what they wanted. It really bothers me. It really bothers me. I mean, I want to support the NCR because the NCR is the best manifestation of people ruling themselves that there is in the Mojave. It just is. There's no other group where people are coming together and they have the ability to vote and they have the ability to talk about their own needs and they have the ability to rule themselves in some way, whether it's by voting or voting with their dollar. It's really the closest thing we've got. And yet, compared to the Minutemen, they're just invaders. It's rough. It's rough. YouTube Visioner says, Ox, are you excited about Fallout 5 and 6? Well, I mean, of course, if they have never announced anything about Fallout 5 or 6. The closest they got, well, that wasn't even them, that was me. I did an April Fool's joke about Fallout 5 on my channel, and it was an April Fool's joke. I made everything up, but that's the closest we've heard. They've never made any announcement. They've never even said that they're working on it. So as far as we know, there's no Fallout 5, which would break my heart. I mean, I want there to be a Fallout 5 and a Fallout 6. We'll find out at E3 what they're really playing, what they're really planning. I hope there's a Fallout 5, and I hope it's soon. But we had to wait 10 years. No, less than that. We had to wait 8, 9 years between Fallout 8 and Fallout 4. Yes, we had New Vegas in between, came a couple years after Fallout 8, but still, we waited a long time. I mean, it's not our turn. If they were being fair about it, it would be Skyrim's turn. But honestly, I'm not even confident that they want to revisit Skyrim and Fallout. I mean, from a financial perspective, it does make sense. Fallout was the best-selling game they've ever made. Fallout 4 was the best-selling game they've ever published. And before that, it was Skyrim. If they came out with an Elder Scrolls, a new Elder Scrolls, they'd make a ton of money. But then we also have to think about them as people. They're creative people who love making new things. And I remember reading an interview with Todd Howard saying, you know, we wanted to do fantasy, so we've got Elder Scrolls. Then we really wanted to do a post-apocalypse, so we bought Fallout, and we've been doing Fallout. I think they really want to do a sci-fi, like a pure high-tech sci-fi. Which, of course, is why everyone is talking about, what's it called, Starfire? Is that the nickname? Is that the secret, the code name of it? I don't even know. Is the audio out of sync? I don't even know how that happens. Let me check real quick. Is the audio out of sync? I don't even know how that happens. Doggone it, it is out of sync. All right. All right, I'll fix it. I'll be right back. How's that? How's that? Is that better? Let me check real quick. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to do a hard reset there. Basically, I just stopped streaming briefly and then started streaming again. But of course, it means that you missed everything I was saying. What was I talking about? I was talking about the future of Fallout 5. I don't want to say it all again, so I'm not going to. There we go. Man, my cigar is burning uneven. It's because I can't... Cigars are not for talking. There we go. Much better. Great. Dank Frank's Life says, forget Bioshock, let's just Q&A Ox. Well, that's what the show was for years. If you go back and watch some of the older episodes of Scotch and Smoke Rings, like some of the episodes from 2009, 2010, that's all I did. I would just sit here and talk. For over, I would say, for the first 400 episodes, I just talked and I didn't play any games. But then Twitch came out. Okay, so maybe the first 350. Then Twitch came out, and I started doing the show. I thought I was being, cutting edge, and I did the show every single week. I've been doing it since 2009. Then Twitch comes out, and everyone's saying, Oxhorn, your program is old hat. You don't even play video games, but you talk about them. You should play video games on Twitch. All right, so I joined Twitch, and I had to have... At the time, they would ban you if you didn't play video games. I know you may be shocked, what with... what passes for entertainment on Twitch these days. Not that I'm denigrating them in any way. But it used to be where if you didn't stream video games on Twitch, they would ban you. And so there were a few times where people would come into the stream and say, Oxhorn, you'd better be playing a video game or else I'm going to report you. Oh, okay, all right. So then I started playing video games during my broadcast. I played Hearthstone a lot. It's all I ever used to play. And I would play with many of the viewers. If you watch some of my old videos, you'll see me playing with the same people every single week. We only had a viewership of like 300 at the time. Much smaller than what it is now. Yeah, wow, things have changed a lot since the olden days. Here I am getting all nostalgic about my own show. What on earth? Daddy Derek says, Oxhorn, what do you think of Kate? Well, I have... She holds a special place in my heart. I have a great deal of sympathy for Kate, which I expressed in my video on her. If you really want to hear my thoughts about Kate, check out my profile video of Kate, which I've got up on my channel. Ox, would you do a profile on Ingram? Pardon me, says Benjamin Ash. She's so nice. Yeah, I have to say, if I had to pick one member of the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout 4 whom I liked, well, it would be Scribe Halen. Then it would be Proctor Ingram. Because Ingram is just a no-nonsense... I mean, she's the only one who expresses sympathy for... man, I can't say it because it's going to be a spoiler. All right. Blind betrayal. Right? She's the only one who really expresses sympathy and regret over that whole situation. Everyone else, they're like, I can't believe. Can't even talk about it because it's a huge spoiler. But yeah, I liked Proctor Ingram. She's so tech savvy. She's so intelligent. And despite her handicap, this is one of the things about the Legion that just boggles the mind. You go to Cottonwood Cove and you try to get on the boat to go to the Legion headquarters, and the guy, the ferryman, sits there just rails on women. Oh, women are just useful for delivering babies and keeping the house and blah, 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 blah. And at the same time, the very faction that defeated them once, whom they're having to fight a second time, is staffed by women. Like there are a ton of women in the NCR. At all ranks within the NCR, just a ton of them. They defeated the Legion once, right? And then you go into the East Coast and you find a woman like Proctor Ingram who's disabled. She has no legs, and yet she's a brilliant mechanic. And she fixed up the Pridwin by salvaging parts from an aircraft carrier, which was likely Rivet City, by the way. So there you go. Got to come to terms with that if you like. Maxon's Brotherhood of Steel. They destroyed Rivet City. That is speculation. It's not necessarily canon. I'll do a video on that. I've been talking about that for years. Someday I will sit down and do my Rivet City video. I've even got half the footage done. I just need to sit down and piece it together. Anyway, then the Legion followers will sit there and say, well, you have to think, it's a post-apocalypse. Of course, this is what's going to happen in a post-apocalypse. We're not in our civilized time. Now it's, the strong survive, and men are stronger than women. And yet at the same time, we fight the fiends, who are both men and women. The women of the fiends appear to be surviving just fine in this post-apocalypse, in the nuclear apocalypse, and they're just as ruthless as all the fiends. It's just, in order to believe the way the Legion does, you gotta pick and choose what you see. You can't, if you open your eyes to everything around you, you can't possibly think the way that the Legion does, in my opinion. You can only think that way if you're just blind to, women in the NCR that are actually capable. Women in the Fiends that, they're actually capable. I'll get on dump, but listen, I know that there are many Legion followers in the stream today, and I look, when I sit down to do my series on the Legion, I will be fair to them. I will. I promise you. I know you don't believe me, but please do. I'm not going to be biased. I will be fair to them. And I will carefully consider every argument they make. And during this series, I won't even go off on a tangent like I just did. I'll save my tangent for an opinion piece after I do this series. So don't worry, I won't sully the Legion experience with my own mind. All right? Is that fair? Okay. Cheers. Money Dragon says, not buying it. I bring this on myself, being too gosh darn opinionated. I should just stick to the lore and stop sharing my opinion. That's the safest thing to do on a YouTube channel. Sam Reynolds says, hello, Oxhorn. Your settlement build episodes are always an inspiration. I love watching your broadcasts and episodes. Well, thank you very much. I love doing my settlements. They don't get nearly as many views as my other content, but I still do them because I enjoy them. Narcity says, please do the broadcast towers of Fallout 4 in New Vegas. Look, I've done all the broadcast towers of Fallout 4 and all the broadcast towers of Fallout 3. To my knowledge, there are no broadcast towers in Fallout New Vegas. I could be wrong. I haven't even looked into it. But yeah, that content's done. Just head on over to my channel. I have them organized into handy playlists. If you go to the mini-series section of my channel homepage, I've got all the broadcast towers neatly organized into playlists, so you can check them out there. Moundu says, Ox, what's the music? This music track called? This is "Oh When the Saints Come Marching In." Mosley says, are you going to do a 1 million special Get Drunk, please? Well, I don't know. But I do know that I'm not going to get drunk. That's something I will not ever do, is get drunk on camera. No good can come from it. Plus, I mean, just look, all right. I know that many of you are going to say, well, what's the point of drinking if you're not going to get drunk? But look, I have been drunk 2 times in my life. 2 times, just 2 times. I know you're not going to believe me, but that's the reality. I've been drunk 2 times in my life. And I regret both times. One was at my birthday. I think it was my 28th birthday. This was back when I was working in California for a company called WeGame. My birthday happened to coincide with the 1-year anniversary of the founding of the company. And so they threw a huge party celebrating the company and celebrating my birthday. I had an intern at the time, really smart guy, really young guy. I think he was 21. So he was right there at the edge. And we were working on video production, and he was my intern at the time. And we decided to get this big, well, Slurpee machine. We got a Slurpee machine, and we filled it with vodka. This was 2008, okay? I was I don't know, it's 26. How old was I? I don't even remember. This was 2008. We had a big Slurpee machine, filled it with vodka. Then my boss comes in. My boss was 19, by the way. He didn't drink. He was Korean. He was culturally appropriate. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. Founder of the company, 19 years old, threw a huge party for me and the company. Got a Slurpee machine, filled it with vodka and a ton of sugar and blue food coloring. Couldn't even taste the alcohol. We were doing these shots of little blue Slurpee. You couldn't even feel it. So, of course, we just went crazy. I'm part Irish, so I'm expected to be able to take my liquor. The Koreans, they drink, man. They drink. They do. They're good at it. I was impressed at how good they were. So, and then my intern was from Massachusetts. He had a thick Boston accent. I can't even do a Boston accent, but he was Irish. And so it became a battle between me and my intern, the Irish, and then the Koreans, to drink these Slurpee shots. Oh, it was horrible. I can't even describe. I wake up hours later. My head is in the kitchen sink in our office. This is our business office, downtown San Francisco. I wake up, my head is in the sink, and there's blue everywhere. It came from within me. I'll just say that. It came out, right? I feel awful. My head is just beating, and it's just in my beard. It's just horrible. And I stumble out of the kitchen. There are people passed out everywhere. But I'm thinking about my poor intern, 21 years old. Where is he? And I go into like the video game room because this was a gaming company. So of course we had breaks where we would play video games. He is sprawled out on our beautiful leather sofa, black real leather sofa, covered head to toe in its own vomit. Blue vodka Slurpee vomit. Oh. He ruined the couch. We had to toss it out. And he was not a nice drunk. You know how some people are nice drunks? He was not a nice drunk. So yeah, after that experience, I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just, what's the fun in that? How was any of that fun? That was not fun. It was the worst BART trip of my life. You know what the BART is? Okay, Bay Area Transit. It's the subway that goes from San Francisco all over. I was living in Berkeley at the time, but I worked in San Francisco. My head is pounding. I made sure my intern was fine, and then I wanted to go home. So I go to BART, and I could barely walk. I fall asleep on the BART. I wake up 3 a.m. in, I think it was Freeside, the very end of the line, and it was the last stop. They couldn't take me back home, so I stumble out of the BART terminal, and of course, the taxi cabs are hovering like vultures, because this happens on a Saturday night or whatever, right? They know it. The drunks come, like me at the time, they come off the BART and they need a ride home, and they jack up the price. So I got in a cab, and I had to spend like $120 back in 2008 just to get from Fremont, is what it was. Fremont, not Freeside. I was thinking of New Vegas. No, Fremont, to get from Fremont all the way to Berkeley. I don't know if that's fair or not, but at the time I felt like he was ripping me off, but I didn't care. I had to get home because I was so ill from the night before. And yeah, you know what? It's not worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I know there are young people watching. It's not worth it. One of the reasons I drink on the air, because I'm trying to show you that it can be enjoyed in a responsible way. I sip the beverage. You have never seen me drunk on camera. I have 457 episodes worth of proof that I have never gotten drunk on camera. It's because you can enjoy a good alcoholic beverage responsibly, taste the flavor, appreciate it for what it is, and not abuse it. That's my spiel. So yeah, I've been drunk once. I really am looking forward to 1 million subscribers, but no, I will not be getting drunk on that episode, just so you know. But thanks for asking. Cheers. All right, what time is it? Holy cow, I've been talking way too much. I should probably... When Sebastian says, I remember your brother. I love my brother. We're not going to get into his many fascinating appearances on this program. My brother and I don't see eye to eye in everything. We see eye to eye in many, many things. But, alcohol is not one of them. Azriel says, I can't find an alcohol I like. It all tastes awful. That's fine. Don't do something you don't like. There's no point to it. If you don't like it, don't force yourself to do it. No point. Caesar Molina says, oh my God, I love your videos, but now I love your way of thinking. Well, thank you. I'll try to think that way more often. Hey, new sponsor, J.A. Bristol. Pleasure to have you on the program. I'm going to see if that small hiccup in the broadcast wrecked anything. Real quick. Nope, we're good. So there was a small dip, yeah. I see a timeline of my viewer statistics, and there was a dip when my audio was messed up, but it looks like it's fixed itself. Mr. Donkey says, hey, Oxhorn, will you make lore videos about other games, like Bioshock or others? Yeah, I mean, I want to. I really do. I'm frustrated because I'm a completionist. I want to complete Fallout. I want to complete everything about Fallout. And I'm not done. I've still got so much to do. So, every day I sit down and I do a new Fallout video and I'm trying to complete it. I want to complete everything before I move on to the next thing. But I also realize that, there is such a thing as fatigue, and some of my viewers want to see new stuff. Plus, there are all these new games that are coming out. So I realize that. And I do want to play new games besides Fallout. So it's a tricky balance. I bought L.A. Noire, for example. Probably an unwise choice, as it is an older game at this point, and if I'm going to be doing a new game, it may as well be a newer one. But I played through L.A. Noire, well, many different missions of L.A. Noire, because I thought that it was going to be perfect for my channel, but it ended up not being. I mean, I still haven't decided if I'm going to do content on L.A. Noire, but the format of that game and the feel of the game is so... It would be really hard to make content for that game. So it's probably not going to be a good fit for my channel. But yeah, I say that only to say that, yes, I do know that I need to add new games to my channel. I am looking into it. I want to add new lore content. Maybe Bioshock would be a great fit. But I'm also a completionist, and I want to finish Fallout first. So I don't know. We'll get there. We'll get there. New sponsor, Matt S. Thank you so much. Striped Llama with a wonderful tip says, I listened to your old music that you made back in 2009. On Spotify. Needless to say, I was laughing so hard, my sides hurt. It was great. Don't get me wrong, some of it was just so unexpected. No, I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun back in the day. Did you guys know I released an album? I released 2 albums. I think one of them is offline now. I think the one that's still online is my old Christmas album. I made a World of Warcraft inspired Christmas album called Oxhorn's Christmas for Geeks. You're welcome to look it up. I had a lot of fun with it. Valentin says, are you excited for E3? If so, for which games or announcements specifically? I am excited for E3, but really the only thing I'm thinking about is what Bethesda has to say. I know that there's a lot out there that people are really excited about, but I'm expectant and anxious over what Bethesda's going to say, because it, directly impacts my channel and what I do for the next couple of years. Jacob says, for Fallout, instead of doing city-based, what do you think of doing state-based stories? Well, when I sit down to do my series on Fallout, on Fallout, I think I'll go in order. I think what I'll do is I'll do a playthrough, and we'll go over all of the lore as we come upon it during the natural progression of the game. That's what I think I'll do for that. Jonathan says, would you be interested in starting Oxhorn After Dark again? That was by far one of my favorite series. Maybe, but the games that I was playing were a bit too much for my channel. Outlast. I played Outlast and started on Outlast 2. I mean, I like a good jump scare as much as anyone, don't get me wrong, but, you know, in Outlast 2, it wasn't long before I stumbled upon a big pit filled with dead babies. And I was like, I think that's my limit. Yeah. That was it. Dead babies. I can't do this. So yeah, I'm not doing that game anymore. It was too much for me. That was my limit. All right. I really got to get to the game, or otherwise I won't do it. All right. We're going to switch gears now. Which means I'm not going to be able to respond to your comments, at least not quite as many of them as I have been, because we're going to get into Bioshock. I know that many people have been looking forward to that. I have been looking forward to playing it. By the way, no video tomorrow. I've been working really hard all week. I got my Followers of the Apocalypse video done today, which I published today. And then over the weekend, I'm going to have a few more New Vegas videos that focus on the Camp McCarran area. A lot of really interesting stuff going on at Camp McCarran. But I need all of Friday to work on that, so no video tomorrow. Okay. Let's continue. I don't even remember where we left off. Let's see. J.A. Bristol says, it's obvious you like the Art Deco lifestyle. Your channel art, background music, and clothing, all reminiscent of the 30s. If you could afford to, would you like having an Art Deco house? Maybe. I mean, I like modern architecture as well. I like Art Deco for my fantasy, but for my reality, I like modern stuff. Okay, Nothing. I've got machine gun rounds. Two pistol rounds. One incendiary bolt. Liquid nitrogen. Plenty of film in the two frag grenades. Wow, I am... Holy cow, how am I going to survive? I need to get more stuff. Alright, I'm just going to follow the arrow. It's been a week since I've been here, 2 weeks, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing yet. What is that? Okay, am I the only one that sees this? Am I the only one that sees a shadow on the ceiling? Why is there a shadow on the ceiling?
All I want is to see someone. But this fucking place is poison. She's so stuck up, she is. I'll show her what happens to them stuck up high.
What is this noise, man?
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Pistol rounds, hack only.
Feel your cravings at the Circus of Value!
Where's it going, honey? Any... Please, don't go. Die, you ass! Come here and say that to my face, you slimy bastard.
Trying to charge my ammunition.
Blood! Blood!
It just costs so much to get one of these guys down. I probably should have used some of my Eve, but man, I got through an entire stock, hundreds of dollars worth of machine gun rounds, just to take one guy down.
Come on, fella.
Oh wow, are these all missing people? I find myself wondering what happened here, which is a great sign for a lore series. It means if I'm interested, other people may be as well. Haven't I been here?
Father, why have you forsaken me?
Broadway.
Father, why have you forsaken me?
Notice me, and I'm gonna be a star. Not too late, not too late.
I've got more of you on kill. I'm not a bad person.
Run it.
I'll kill you fucking call the cops on me! ¡Ay! ¡Dios mío! ¡Un milagro!
What? What was that? Why is he at full life now? He says, I'm allergic to bees. Something, anything. Rubber hose.
We have turned away from your light.
Thank God for bees. Saved by the bees. Do I have anything? Do I have anything? I've got one armor piercing round. I've got I could have used my trap bolts. I have 14 of them. Cigar is out of itself. Okay, liquid nitrogen, one frag grenade, and a proximity mine. No exploding. 13 machine gun rounds. Looks like my best bet may be the trap bolts. And I've got what? 1 HP left? Is that it? Is that a big boy? Or no, a Mr. Daddy? Everyone's talking at me. I know you guys are probably shouting advice at the screen.
No time to wait.
turned away from your light. I observed all his commandments. I observe all his commandments.
And I'm out of Eve.
His commandments. Jesus loves me, this I know. More than... Who's there? Hold it, come on! Where is he, Madonna? You know what we do to Judas? Your sister, your cousin. I don't give a shit. Come on! Yeah, I know what. Out the way. Don't run! We were just getting started! Get those you got! I'm back! I think we managed to fire!
Nothing.
Yeah! Report! Don't run! Down here in the market. Heard that.
Ah!
I can't see you. We're not going to heat up and run off. He ran off. Heard that. Why they always run off? Cuss be you with the kitchen.
How much I can do? Zero. 8. 1. Alright. I got some of them.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
I'm almost dead! I failed and I'm almost dead!
Why did he run off? We were just getting acquainted. He ran off. Why they always run off? He busted out of here. Now I'm all alone.
Oh, was that it? Ah, I killed him. Well, I wasted my traps.
Light shining even down here in the murk.
Nope, I lost my incendiary. And all I got was cash off that guy.
All his commandments. Observe all his commandments. Observe all his... I send you! Lord have mercy on your soul!
Where'd it go? we go. Oh, I killed him. No ammunition. All I want is ammunition, and I'm not getting ammunition. Can I pick up these proximity mines? Nope. At least I got my incendiary bolt back. I've got one! It's all I need! Oh, hey.
But laying all your chips on Mother Goose. It's not like you never been double-crossed before. You know what I'm saying? Hoof at the point, Prometheus. We'll discuss this like men. You, me, a submarine topside, and more at him than you can possibly imagine.
So if I go to Point Prometheus, I can't come back? Is that what you're saying? One bolt. One bolt. Got one bolt. I can't get it back. Ah, I can't believe I can't get it back. Wait, I got it back. I got it back. How did I get it back? I must have looted it and not realized. Okay. I've got my... Oh! Got him. I want my bolt back. Oh, I love that crossbow. Give me my bolt back. Yes. Got it back. Okay. Still got my bolt. I'm okay. Smidgen of health left. I'm still okay. Oh, if I go through there, I'm not going to come back. Jay-Z says I can come back. Okay, Jay-Z says I can come back. I can still backtrack. Okay, good. All right, thank you, Jay-Z. All right. Here we go. To Point Prometheus. Whew. Crossbow, bro. Got my own bolt. I'm gonna find some health packs. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find some health packs. Ah.
All right. You looking to slug it out? I'm game. But I got all the atom in the city, pal, and I ain't shy about you. Now, I'm chained to take her out for a spin.
What is this you wait for? Go and get this idiot!
Ah. Just don't give me a ticking clock, lady. Instead, they give me the crazy music. Woo! What was it? What was it? You are low on Eve. Yeah, I know. I know. Doggone it. Robots. Come on. Ah! Well, the music died down. Is that good? Is that good or bad?
Scheiße, you let him get away. Oh, I need a moment for thinking. Of course. This will be no problem. Find a Big Daddy and search his body. I would suggest you to be finding a dead one.
Search a Big Daddy corpse, okay. Here's one. Suit control system. Great.
You see the suit control system? The goose, get it. That is step one of turning you into one of those disgusting Big Daddies.
What?
The only way to get through that door Fontaine went through is to have a little one open it for you. And they will only trust you if you look like, sound like, and even smell like one of those big stinking brutes.
Great. Crossbow damage. I love the crossbow. Okay then, how do I look like a Big Daddy? Divided chamber. First aid! I got a first aid kit. That's great. I hear a Big Daddy. I hear one. Oh. Darn it, I missed.
Where do you think you're going? You need to become a Big Daddy before you are able to draw out the little ones.
And the temptation to break curfew to make a little extra Adam is forgivable. Breaking curfew is not. Stay on
Where's
the
that
level.
bolt? Where's that bolt?
Out of trouble.
Come on.
Get out! Get up and we'll do it again!
There it is. One ball. Need some hot tea. I know what's on the other side of those doors. I
All
don't.
I want to do is meet someone. This fucking place is poison.
I get her. I was gonna say I don't know what's up here, but
That's what the book said. Press 9, trial, and be yourself. That's what I did.
We bred little ones to imprint to certain smells, pheromones. But this is not like putting on aftershave. You will need 3 industrial applications of this stuff, and then the little ones will be drawn to you like a bee to honey.
Okay.
You will have to gather 3 pheromones here, so that you smell disgusting. Just like a big daddy.
Why can't they ever smell nice?
Stuck to rot.
I didn't see the one lying down.
Push me too far, kid. When you're cold and stiff, I'm gonna go over to Mother Goose's house, and I'm gonna take it apart, piece by piece, and brat by brat. Consider it your legacy.
Okay, well, I just want my bolt back.
Andrew Ryan asks you a simple question. Are you a man or a skeleton?
Tate says, one less bathroom to build into the orphanage. It is amazing to watch the effect of Adam on their small bodies. Their own cells replaced by the new stems the instant they are damaged. These children are practically invulnerable. It is a shame you could not do the same thing to an adult. There would be quite a market for a man you could not kill.
Huh.
I can only be glad I am nowhere near you and that awful stink. Why the little ones are drawn to the smell of those pheromones is beyond anything I can understand.
I hear one.
You gotta be rich down here to meet him.
Ah! Well, my bolt's in there.
Who's that? Ah! Blood! Blood everywhere!
Find a better hiding place.
Ah!
Why did he run off? Just getting acquainted. Where'd that guy go? Yeah, you know what? I do it.
You're playing a bad hand, kid. You're just too spiced to smell it. Roll on back to Mother Goose now, or everything's gonna go busto.
Okay. Did I get this guy? No!
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B. Better than grapes. Chocolates is better than
And I got my bolt back. This one bolt is getting me through the entire game. Ah. Okay. Already got the health packs out of that first aid machine.
I can hear them singing their pretty song. Thank you, Mr. B. Time to go, Mr. B.
Whoa.
Chocolates is better than grapes.
Ooh.
Chocolates is better than grapes. Chocolates is better.
Oh. Look at this. That's twisted. That's messed up.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
There goes all my money.
It's good start. Now you need only to find the bodysuit and the voice box from the other labs, and you will be a proper brute. Get
What?
moving.
Bodysuit, voice box. Okay. And what does this do? think I got a good idea. Bodysuit, voice box. Bodysuit, voice box.
I'm ready for killing time, Mr. Bean.
I guess we go upstairs.
Killing time, Mr. Bean.
Wait, I was... I was here, wasn't I? Okay, oh! I see. Which one was broken? Broken, not broken. Not broken. The other ones that were broken are here. There. Okay. So, 2. Two.
Get me! Stop!
Oh no, where's my bolt? Oh no! My bolt! Oh! The Dark Knight says, great gameplay, Ox. I look forward to Scotch and smoke rings every week. Keep up the good work, would you kindly? I will kindly. Okay, which one did I miss? Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. I have not yet been to autopsy. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. All right, looks like I need to go to autopsy. I don't have a bolt. I'm out of first aid kits. What do you know? Or I'm stocked up on first aid kits for a first time. All right.
Please, Officer Chuck. I don't want to go on the table.
Gosh, this is twisted.
Dancing in the sky. I'm ready for dream time, Mr. Bean.
Cigar is dying. All right, actually, if you guys don't mind a quick 15, well, not 15 minutes, a quick 5 minutes waiting for me, I'll be back. Otherwise, I have to end the show. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. There. What happened while I was gone? Nothing interesting, I hope. Okay. So, out of money. I don't even know what this is. Probably my ammunition. Almost out of ammunition. Got plenty of health, though, so that's good. And somehow I got to turn myself into a big daddy. Which apparently stink. Let's shave.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B. I hear the flapping wings. There must be another angel.
Okay, you'll excuse my ignorance, but I'm a little lost now. What's all this? Are these the costumes? Oh, these are the costumes for the little sisters. Oh, that's horrible. I've got all the pheromones. I just need to find a Big Daddy costume. Does that mean I gotta get this Big Daddy? Is that what I gotta do? That suit back at the beginning, that moved when you hit it? Oh! Thank you, Unikim. Wish I had my bolt back.
New angels, bring you back.
Yes, typical behavior for someone with your condition. I don't want to hurt you. Sometimes I have. You're extracting everything!
Okay. Let's try that Big Daddy suit at the beginning. I really don't want to have to kill this Big Daddy. I don't think I can.
Shame things turned out this way, kid. You and me could have run the table in this place. Now there's nothing left for you but a long, cold nothing.
Wow, that almost did me in. Well, there's a corpse.
After Ryan takes this place, here is where they build their filthy golems, Frankenstein. Find the pieces of the suit. Guide them.
Are you as good as my daddy, mister?
I push when I should pull. Try that.
Are these all gonna come to life in a minute? I don't know. I hope not.
Retreat.
Easy.
There's the suit.
I'd turn tail if I were you, kid. Ain't nothing here for you but tears.
Here we go. Oh!
Yeah, it makes a good start. Now you go to find a bodysuit and a pair of boots.
Oh man! Fisheye lands. Okay, I gotta find a bodysuit and a pair of boots.
Muchas gracias, señor.
This is where you find bodysuit.
You know, you should be thanking me. I brought you here. I showed you who you are. Nobody never told you nothing but lies till I come along.
Ah, look at you. You look just the same as those. Oh, what things we have done. What things. Now the boots.
Bienvenido al amorito.
Got my bolt back.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Sometimes I forget there's a witch. I go by Connor.
Andrew Ryan reminds us we all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
I need to find a code. Somewhere. Dead end.
Tom, okay, filthy! Okay, fine! You keep back!
Look around you. There's nothing to save. Rapture's a mausoleum, a goddamn cemetery funhouse. And you and the Kraut is just ghosts. Just a matter of time till you realize it.
Where did he go?
You'll pass out soon. Goddamn cigar!
Okay, I'm on the other side of that thing. Automatic hack tool. What is this that I just found?
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
Fontaine's scary son of a bitch, but Ryan cheap son of a bitch. You can no reuse protector suit. Take a man, graft the skin and organs straight into suit. Otherwise, your suit not work. Ryan say Big Daddy too expensive. Ryan can go suck an egg.
Okay, let's try it.
Feel your cravings to the Circus of Value.
Atlas is a friend of the parasite. Don't be a friend of Atlas.
Big Daddy. Can I take a Big Daddy? Let's try it.
Just want to find your wound. I'm opening you up! Reloading! Someone get them!
Bad timing.
Please get up. No. 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 You saved me.
Yes, and I got my bolts back. Woo! I was scared about that.
Sometimes I make up the answers.
Well, what was that? 3 health packs?
The men all. Doctor, it's unsanitary in here. Filthy. Let me take care of you. Nurse, help me find this patient.
Wait, I was here.
It's unsanitary.
And I was here. Okay.
Try and laugh a bit.
Okay, I've been there. I've been here. I've been there. I've not been here.
Keep away from my face!
Everyone's scared now. Everyone needs Adam. More than little sisters can make. Good news is war makes lots of corpses. Suchong knows a way to recycle Adam from corpses, but can't send a little sister out the street unprotected. Suchong must think on this.
Come on!
Okay. Haven't been over here either. Fisheye lens is driving me nuts.
But I have made mistakes. One does not build cities if one is guided by doubt. But can one govern in absolute certainty? I know that my beliefs have elevated me just as I know that the things I have rejected would have destroyed me. But the city, it's collapsing before my eyes. Have I become so convinced by my own beliefs that I have stopped seeing the truth? Perhaps. But Atlas is out there, and he aims to destroy me and to destroy my city. To question is to surrender. I will not question.
It's a faulty assumption. But for the moment, he is expressing doubt.
Toxic! Septic! Sanitary!
Which is a first for Andrew Ryan.
Like the How can I help
I love this crossbow. I get all my ammunition back. Finally starting to make some progress here.
Big Daddy make a terrible stink. Very smelly. Maybe something can be done. But the little sisters seem to like the order. Now we have to find the recruits. You become Big Daddy, it's a one-way street. But Ryan says don't worry. Recruits will be no problem. That Ryan. He's a good guy.
So, are the Big Daddies reanimated corpses? Is that what we're getting out of this? Which is why Andrew Ryan wouldn't have a problem finding Big Daddies? Which is why they stink? This is getting more twisted and twisted. And yes, I am stalling for time while I try to relight my cigar. Here we go. It's another Big Daddy, isn't it? Oh. And I just got drunk. Okay. Where'd he go?
Hey, what's that? I'm ready for dream time, Mr. Billy. Thank you.
Got all my bolts back. But why didn't my proximity mines work? He didn't. He only triggered one. Okay. I've got 2 incendiary, and I've got about 5 steel tip left. Alright, I'm really confused. Where do I go? I need boots. Oh, I've got the hacking tool. I've got the hacking tool. Okay.
You're crawling with disease!
We all have choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
Why to stock up? But no boots. Okay, I haven't been here, and I haven't been here. I guess that's where I need to go?
I'm not... Typical behavior of someone with your condition!
baby.
You
made me! You made me!
Oh! What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay, okay, okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's alright, sweetie, it's alright. It's alright, alright. Don't tell me, don't tell me. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it, okay? Let's go upstairs and fix it. Be back soon. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's alright. Let's go upstairs. Come on. right. Well, thank you all for waiting so patiently. I do appreciate it. I normally don't have a broadcast this long, but I wanted to make progress in Bioshock. But had to put the kids down to bed, and they're sleeping soundly now. So we should be uninterrupted. But of course, if I am, the kiddos come first. But thank you all so much for waiting. Gonna see if I can relight my cigar. Oh. And it's getting short. Okay. What happened? Not much. Kiddos came downstairs for hugs and kisses and for me to tuck them into bed. That's all. Now, let's hope I remember where I'm at. Left. Whoa! What was that? Hope I didn't lose my bolt. Something's happening behind me. I got it. New damage research. Okay.
Ha! I'm on your
And that was my last first aid. Boots!
Look at you. We will make Big Daddy out of you yet, I think. There is only one piece missing. The voice box modification machine in optimized eugenics.
Voice box. A stash of incendiary bolts. 7. Ooh. I feel blessed.
Why are you leaving me?
The mother goose really got her hooks into you. You can knock Ryan all you want, but the old man was bingo on one point of fact. You won't even walk till somebody says go.
Well, it's not like I have a choice, buddy. beautiful ammo that I was missing earlier, but I don't really want to use any of it. I'm happy with my bolt thing. I somehow lost 2. Lots of pistol guns. Holy cow. I think that's everything.
Where you gonna go? Your life? Your family? They're a fairy tale, kid. No more real than something you read about in the Saturday Evening Post. Poor bastard. A motherless freak. Whipped up in a half-baked science experiment.
I need to go here. Right?
Ignore the lies of Atlas and his parasites. Rapture is on the rise.
What did I... Where... Oh, I know. I pushed it somewhere. What? I think I know where to go now.
Welcome to the Circus of Value! Feel your cravings to the Circus of
Fontaine is dead. Bad for Fontaine. Good for Suchong. Play hard to get for a bit. Then Mr. Ryan get hungry for me. Tenenbaum gone, Fontaine gone. Suchong only one who know all about little sister. Like I said, it is very good for Suchong.
The dead cat. Optimized eugenics? Jiminy crickets. I've been neglecting my scotch. Look how much is left. We can always do something about that.
Here is where you'll be finding the voice box to have sound like one of those Big Daddy's repulsive creatures.
I'm not gonna get that bolt back, am I? There it is. Live test subject. This can't be good. One of them got out. Oh, no. Oh, you're kidding me. Ah. Really? I wasted all that.
You think turning yourself into one of those tin men is a two-way street? The crowd's holding auditions for the Frankenstein parade, and you're first in line.
I mean, he's got a good point. Let's do it.
Yes. Now this is a Big Daddy. Are you ready? Now go to the little sister vent by the proving grounds.
I've got Rapture now. I've got the Atom now. You think that tin suit's even half enough to put the scare in me?
You need to bring them out of hiding, and then they'll let you in the door. Go on, hit the vent with your wrench. Und bitte, it would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girls. Mein kleines Mädchen.
Can I release them? You've not rescued or harvested all the little sisters on this deck. I haven't? How many are left? Oh, I haven't finished over there.
What's the matter, Mary?
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the plasmid blues. Remember, a smart splicer is a happy splicer.
Don't let the girl die, please, Ox. Don't worry, I'll do my best.
Ryan sent over extra munitions. He must have suspected trouble. I will lock them up near the protector labs and set the code to 1921. I don't expect we'll ever be needing them, though. Once Big Daddy is ready, nobody cross the Big Daddy.
Look around you, kid. You think two-bit heroics count for a fig in this pit? You're staring down the puke stain of Ryan's busted dream. You think there's something worth saving down here? Then you deserve to gargle with the rest of these scrubs.
Atlas is a friend of the parasite. Don't be a friend of the...
He's not coming, is he?
No! 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 No!
Adam improved every aspect of man except his character. Perhaps there is a plasmid that can grow the spirit. Perhaps in your DNA, the secret life. I sent a little one with some goodies to help eat your bird.
Okay, I think I got her. Oh! That's great.
Simon will fix me. Everything will work out. Just you wait.
Okay, one more area and then I can continue.
Come on!
Oh, and I'm all stocked up on Eve. Wow. Okay.
I'll admit Fontaine showed some foresight when he built up the plasmid business, but the man really never understood sales. Hiding those little girls beneath a bushel. I've just seen the preliminary design work on the new plasmid machines, and they're exactly what I wanted. Mark my words, presented properly, those little sisters are marketing gold.
Frag grenades. And with that, I think I've gotten every little sister on this level. Temporary generator override. Let's try it. Yeah, I get that it's a ticking clock, but... Oh. How do I get in there? It's the other side. Whoops. Okay, was that it? I think I did it. Alright, now to head back. 15 incendiary bolts. I love it. And the cigar is gone. Oh, thank you. Oh, and I'm stocked up. All right. Wait, is this the way I'm supposed to go? No.
Question. Are you a man or a slave?
What is the greatest lie ever created?
But this is where I came from.
What's the matter, Frank?
Kill your cravings and the circus of failure.
The parasite hates three things: free markets, free will, and free men.
Once I go to the proving grounds, can I turn around and do anything? Or is that it? I think that's it. All right. I need to go through here, right? I can't go
The
back.
little ones will lead you to Fontaine, but you must protect them.
Time to waste.
All right, I think what I want to do is I want to go back and get more little sisters, which I need to reload that last save I made to do so.
Waiting for our
Because I can't go back after this. I think this is close to the end. So we have been streaming for almost 3 hours now, so I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast now. We'll pick up right
Hurry,
here
Mr. B.
where we leave
I
off.
can see the angel.
The only difference is that I will have
Dancing
rescued the rest of the little sisters and made my way back. So thank you for watching. No video tomorrow, but I will have videos for you over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So tune into that.
Hurry.
Thank
Hurry,
you
Mr.
for coming to
Bubbles.
this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I hope you had a blast. I sure had a blast. This game is amazing. Maybe it'll make a good addition to for lore on my channel. Who knows? I'll take a look at it. Anyway, thanks everybody. I'm going to head on out, and I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.